So guys, NIO just got a 1.5 billion RMB cash injection into NIO Power. This is absolutely crazy. It is from a company in Wuhan. Now you guys know Wuhan for other reasons, but this company, Optics Valley Industrial Investments, just today announced their investment of 1.5 billion yuan into NIO Power. So here is the official release here in China. We're going to go all over it and what this all signifies, all right? So this round of strategic investment will be used for technology, research and development, manufacturing, operation, and maintenance in the fields of charging, power swap, energy storage, battery service, energy internet, etc., as well as the layout and development of new energy charging and swapping infrastructure, and support the investment of vehicle network interactive innovation business. Optics Valley Industrial Investment Fund is a market-oriented fund initiated by Wuhan government. NIO Power is a power-up solution operator based on mobile internet. Relying on NIO Cloud technology, it has built a rechargeable, swappable, and upgradable energy service system to provide full-scene power-up service for car owners. In May 2017, NIO Power officially settled in Wuhan, and this investment will further contribute to the rapid development of NIO Power. NIO Power adheres to the development mode of infrastructure first, internal, closed loop, full scene verification, and open to the outside world, realizes the multi-platform, multi-brand universal service and operation of the charging and swapping business, and realizes the leap from brand infrastructure to industrial infrastructure. As of May 31st, NIO has built 2,427 power swap stations and 22,595 charging piles in China. It is the car brand with the largest number of power swap stations and charging piles in the country. NIO charging piles are open and shared by users in the whole industry, and more than 80% of the power serves users outside NIO. NIO Energy has always adhered to an open and cooperative attitude in terms of charging and swapping technology and infrastructure network layout. Previously, NIO Power has reached a strategic cooperation on charging and swapping with Chang'an Automobile, Geely Automobile Group, JAC Group, Chery Automobile, Lotus, GAC Group, and China FAW to jointly promote a larger, standardized, and unified energy infrastructure network. The introduction of this round of strategic investment of 1.5 billion yuan, worth about $200, has provided financial assistance for the rapid development of NIO Power, optimized the capital structure of NIO Power, and laid a solid foundation for the long-term, high-quality development of NIO Power. Now, that is, of course, what NIO said. What's more surprising is what the Wuhan government said, all right, the guys putting up the money. This is what they had to say, all right? They said, NIO Power obtained 1.5 billion yuan strategic investment from Optics Valley Industrial Investment Fund. They heavily invested in NIO, not only for capital injection, but also for investment to promote the head enterprises to become bigger and stronger and accelerate the popularization of power swap mode. Did you hear that correctly? Holy crap, the government is realizing that battery swap is so amazing that they're putting up the money to make sure it grows even faster. Holy moly macaroni. All right, so let's continue. From infrastructure first to closed loop operation to full scene market verification, and finally open sharing, NIO Power has achieved a commercial closed loop. The government industry funds investment is a recognition of the commercial closed loop success of NIO Power. This investment will further help the rapid development of NIO Power, and the popularity of 3-minute power swap will be just around the corner. Now, what does this all mean? Well, this means several things, but first and most importantly of all, this shows and this proves to everybody that NIO will not go bankrupt. There is always going to be some government, some fund, some local private enterprise that is willing to inject money into NIO. And even right now, NIO's in good cash situation, all right? They're not like back in 2019 when everything was very dire. No, even right now, there's governments willing to inject money into NIO. So this is the first thing that everybody needs to know, is that NIO will never go bankrupt. There will always be support somewhere, all right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that everybody is seeing battery swap as an investment opportunity, all right? The fact that they can now build swap stations for private ownership, not owned by NIO, owned by other people, but operated by NIO, all right? So they just put up the money. It's an investment for them. They see it as an investment with a return of income. So this is absolutely amazing. And this just validifies the whole entire swap network, all right? And this is definitely going to help. Of course, you don't see one single company own all the gas stations. That just doesn't make sense, right? You got private gas station owners. You got some big companies that own a lot of gas stations. But this is definitely the right way to go. Third of all, of course, the biggest positive news is the recognition. If the government is willing to inject 1.5 billion to support swap station build out, and they see this as a good thing, then the public, everybody else, everybody that sees this news, they're going to see it as further validation for battery swap. They're going to be even more confident about doing battery swap. Before, a lot of people were scared to do battery swaps. They were not too sure about it, and they thought it was a gimmick. Now, you got so many of these other automobile companies joining in. This definitely helped boost sales, all right? It's validation that it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing. Now you got government injecting money in. This is even further validation. It gives consumers even more confidence to choose a NIO that can do battery swap. This is, of course, the biggest plus. All of this publicity is really going to help cement NIO as the go-to option to buy when you switch to an EV. And a lot of people, they've been hesitant about switching to pure EVs. They go hybrids, EREVs, but many of them are realizing that, hey, NIO is the better option. Swap stations are as convenient as gas stations and even more convenient in some aspects. And this is just serves as great validation, all right? And 1.5 billion, 200 million US dollars, even though it doesn't seem like a lot, all right? It doesn't seem like a lot, but this gesture, this first initiative really shows how willing the government is to support a company like NIO. So this is something that investors have to know about. It's just that there's a big parachute and there's a big cushion everywhere, all right? And even if things go tough, which I don't think it's going to get that tough, there's always going to be the government there, all right? There's always going to be somebody with money that is dying to put their money into NIO's hands. So in that essence, NIO will not ever go bankrupt. All right? As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.